Good.
Stand by. Here we go. Sports fans, welcome to a quickie preview of our live show that's going to happen tomorrow night after the Cavaliers visit the Warriors in another rematch of the finals from last year. Very exciting stuff here. So, Dave, are you with me?
I am.
Cool. So if you have any questions, we figured we'd answer some questions and make sure that everything looks good and sounds good for you guys in preparation for our live show. So let's fire up our questions and our comments, and let us know what you have any questions about the game for tomorrow.
Yeah. We should be able to field a few questions here, right?
Sure. Now, my other question now is I have to go back to my Facebook page and find that post so I could see it too. So we quickly brief. But you know what? People are probably kind of slowly coming into the show as it is now, so they might have missed the very beginning of the intro, which is fine, because here we are, and here it is. So let me mute this guy. Yeah. Cool. And you can do a...
Oh, wow.
Check this out.
We sound great.
Haha. We can actually... You can do emojis like love. Are you seeing these?
Yeah.
So I'm going to say here, ask us your questions here. And I'll pin this.
I think you can pin it, right?
Pin the comments. So I don't see any comments. Do you?
No.
Well, let's see here. How many people do we have in this thing? We have 6 people watching. So again, if you missed the very beginning of our intro, this is our new live show. It's rare to see on Facebook a 2-man show from different places, guys. This is kind of like groundbreaking streaming here. Maybe not so groundbreaking, but for you and I, Dave, it is, right?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, absolutely.
So very exciting stuff. So we can actually now interact with you guys directly on Facebook and with each other. And we can also do this on Periscope. So let us know if you want to see us on Periscope as well, because I'm pretty sure we're going to be able to do a simulcast, or maybe we'll do one or the other, whichever works first or whichever works better. So, give us your insight into that as well. We have a question from Duke. Asks, how will the Cavaliers match the bench of the Golden State Warriors? Well, they brought in Kyle Korver, and he's looked okay. Dave, have you watched Kyle at all with the Cavaliers?
You know what? I watched some highlights, and he looked good. I mean, exactly the way you expect him to, right? It's going to be a lot of open shots, which he's not really used to, and he's not going to be asked to do very much. So, yeah, I think Korver's a huge addition for them in that respect.
Absolutely. And I just screwed this up because I can't find my... Oh, now I'm in full screen. I pressed the button and I lost my the chat, the comments.
Oh.
Here we go. I got it back. Okay. Sorry. I'm just learning this on my own. We're flying by the seat of our pants, but we wanted to check it out and test it out. So here's the real thing is if you're out there watching right now, can you please make sure if we sound right and we're synced okay, because we've been playing with that as well. So let us know that if Dave sounds right and if I sound okay and if our mouths and our voices sound synced up. And I'm going to tweet this out real quick. Did you tweet it out, Dave?
I'm trying to get the link.
Okay. Let's see here. Where is the link? Where do you find the link? Whoa. Okay. Here is the thing. I think you click on the...
This is live TV, so...
Yeah, where would you find the link? Anybody? How do you do this? How does Facebook work?
I've got the embed link.
Yeah.
Right
Save
here.
video, turn off live and embed, edit post, delete, turn off. Isn't that really weird? I guess maybe to send everyone to the Facebook page itself.
Yeah.
I'll try that.
Yeah.
So let's tweet that out. We are live. Let's see. Join. You're going to watch me tweet or listen to me tweet. Join Dave DuFour and I on Facebook Live right now. Answering some questions. I'm kind of curious to find out because, Twitter's usually a really good source for questions. YouTube is not. So let's find out how Facebook is. So we go facebook.com/bballbreakdown. There's got to be a better way than that, though. But let's see what happens. Okay. It's out there. I mentioned you. Oh, my goodness.
Yeah.
And all the NFL is still playing. I thought they're done by now. Aren't the games over?
No, the first game is over.
Okay.
The Cowboys lost to to Green Bay.
You know what I want to do is I want to be able to pop out the comment section and have its own window like I can do in YouTube. I wonder if I guess you can't do that, but
I think if you click on it and bring it up like you're looking at a photo.
Okay. Oh.
Then the questions will be up on the side.
Yeah, I just want that. I want the questions only, so I don't have to see the video either. But whatever. All right, we have another question here from Gibo. And also, Gibo, let us know, how do we sound and is the audio and the video synced up? I'd like to know what your thoughts are from where you are. How will Korver adjust to the Cavs system in terms of defense now that they are going to face the Warriors? I think Korver will adjust fine. I mean, I think he's a very smart player and good positionally, so it shouldn't be hard for him to understand how the Cavaliers want to. Basically, it's defending the pick and roll, right, Dave? Isn't that what you'd say? That's the biggest issue here?
Yeah, and I think that they're going to do a fine job of keeping him out of that position, right? Like, I don't think they're going to allow him to get into too many pick and rolls. They've done a pretty good job of hiding Kevin Love so far this year. So we'll see. But he's also, he's a smart defender and he's big, and that's underrated. Like, his size is just such a huge asset for him defensively that it really, I mean, I think he can hang with Klay Thompson in a post-up. Right now, like Klay running off a screen, you're not going to be able to hang with him. He might not be athletic enough for that, but for like 75% of the defensive scenarios, that's what he's gonna do.
Absolutely,
he's gonna be fine.
Yeah. I mean, I think he'll be able to chase around. He'll get a hand up. He is pretty tall. Like, a lot of these guys will say they're whatever size they are, but I interviewed him. Yeah. And he's legit like 6'7", 6'8", like long. And all you can ask for is to get his hand up and contest shots, and he'll certainly give out his all to do that. I do think did he have like 3 or 4 threes in one of the games recently?
Yeah, he was. I want to say he was 3 or 4 or 4 or 5 for 18 points the other night.
Uh-huh. Yeah, so that's obviously going to come, and I'm sure those threes were probably all standstill kick out threes, right?
Yeah, I mean, I'm assuming the highlights I saw were a few of them, and yeah, they were just nice and easy.
Okay, we have a comment here that says 6-0, but I'm not sure why or what that means. 6-0. What do you think it means? Oh, 6. What is that?
I don't know.
Mario. But no one's answering our question of whether or not we look and sound good. I almost feel like I need to just turn the volume on here and just sort of listen for a second.
Oh, I did. Hey, shout out to the Philippines. Yes. From I guess is that Gibo in the Philippines? Let's see. I'm looking here at Kyle Korver's threes from the other night.
You look like you're pretty good. I think we're pretty good. I don't know if it's exactly perfect, but hey, thank you, Gibo. Salamat. And so, so I think that we are pretty good as far as the sync goes. I'm recording it now. We can watch it again later. But
that's awesome.
Good. So I think we're dialed in here. And I'm glad that it looks good and sounds good. I do see a little bit of some streaming glitchiness, but whatever. That's just sort of par for the course. Hey, you guys want to see a quick clip and see how that works? Because I'm kind of curious if this plays back. Here is a clip that we just grabbed, a random one from the Boston San Antonio game. And, let's see how it plays back. And I wonder if you can even hear the audio or not. Probably not. I'll turn it off.
I'll let you know.
Okay. So here comes a clip. We'll let it play for a minute and see how smooth it is and see how much trouble we might get into on Facebook. But let's see here. Is it playing back any smoother than it would be? Yeah, that's much smoother, wouldn't you think?
I haven't seen it yet.
Oh, it's not come on yet. Yeah, it's definitely it is 50% smoother than it normally would be, except for this little bit of a glitchy streaming look to it. But that's still really good considering that we're streaming it from the QuickTime right from my computer. So I think we're good, man. I mean, I think we can really do some damage here with this show on Facebook. I'm excited.
Yeah, I agree, and I think Facebook is a great platform for this because, we look at the interaction we're getting right now, and I think that we're going to get good questions from maybe people that aren't on Twitter.
Right. Oh, I figured out how to find how do you get the link? Are you ready?
Yes.
You can right click, or what I did is I right clicked where it says 3 minutes ago. Where after if you're looking above the comments, and it says B-ball breakdown is live now, or I don't know, maybe that's what it says it for me. But when it gives you the
Show video.
when it gives you the time that it launched, right?
Right.
That you right click that and copy the link, and that'll give you the link.
Oh, okay.
So I'm gonna.
Also, it looks like you can show the video URL too. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I think isn't that what I'm talking about?
Yeah. I think it's the same thing. Let's see. We got a couple more questions.
All right. Why don't you
since
read
we're
them
here,
out?
might as well. Yeah. Let's see. Man, how do you pronounce your name? Steven Adams. Is Steven Adams a top 10 center? I think so. I think we're both on the same page there.
Wait. Oh, there he is. Okay.
Yeah.
I keep telling everybody that the Thunder, they have better players than they get credit for because, well, frankly, when you talk about it and they talk about Russ and who he's playing with, they make it sound like he's playing with garbage that's on fire. And it's not right. It's not right to criticize guys like Steven Adams, who I think is terrific on defense and is very solid offensively. He really is. He's tough. He can finish strong. He's got a nice floater out of, considering he's 7 feet. So I think he's perfect for that team. I don't know. I mean, I guess I need to look at the list, but in my mind, the way he plays and the way he fits that team, he should be top 10.
Yeah, I think there's no doubt about it. So good question. And then we've got another one from Duke. Coach Nick, if you will be put in the situation of Steve Kerr, how do you adjust your defense against Kyrie and LeBron? The Cavs have won the last 4 against Golden State.
I mean, I think the answer there is, at least for LeBron, is he needs to shoot more shots from outside the lane than he does inside the lane. That's like one of the big keys. And back in Miami, I actually did some really big research about this with Wade and him, and that was the case. They would lose every game that they both combined to take more shots outside the paint than in the paint. Now, I know it's different now because Cleveland's a much different team, but there's no question that, if he hits 10 threes, then you just sort of tip your cap and say, thank you very much. It was an honor to play with you. But that's the way you want him to play. And the farther out you can get him to play and the less involved he's going attacking the rim and then kicking out, then the better you are. I'd imagine you wouldn't argue with me on that one, Dave, would you?
Nope. I agree completely.
So Kyrie is another animal, right? Because the guy can just do damage from everywhere. Now, the one thing you know about Kyrie, he's not going to pass it, right, for the most part. So you can play him and load up on him to shoot it. And that could help you to some degree because, there is evidence recently, some guy, I might do a video on it, that he is passing a little bit more out of those drives and the attacks, but it's still not a lot. And so I would, you could play him to not pass. And then LeBron, you want to just keep him out of the lane and goad him into shooting outside shots as much as possible. Even 15-footers.
Yeah, exactly.
So, yeah cool.
Let's see. And then I added our links to our Twitter so that people can engage with us a little bit there. I think we spend a little bit more time there than we do on Facebook.
I definitely. And so it's weird because I don't even know if we're getting any response. I think the reason why we're not getting a lot of people here right now is because of that damn football, right? That's what's going on right now.
Yeah, probably. Let's see. We got another question. Should the Blazers trade one of their mini wings for a defensive-minded center like Bismack Biyombo? Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, it wouldn't hurt them. But their issue, Plumlee's not a bad player, and he's not a good player, but he's not a bad player. He's fine. I like his passing and stuff like that. But I think that the biggest problems that they have on defense are actually it's at the 3-point line. Their wings are so bad, their guards are so bad at preventing threes that when they do get out on the 3-point shooters, they wind up giving up these wide open attack lanes. And I'm sorry, if you're standing inside or if you're helping from the weak side, they don't have the bodies, they don't have the athletes to be able to run that kind of scheme. Now, recently they've kind of switched the way that they're defending out there. They're using Plumlee's athleticism. They're actually letting him jump out. Instead of just trying to ice everything, they're actually, being very aggressive. And I think that that's going to work better for them, especially with their guards. It's not a lack of effort that's causing their defensive issues. It's really like execution. I think that they're working. Terry Stotts is really smart, so he's trying to find something that will work for the guys that he has.
Right, and you know, hopefully they'll figure it out. And you're right. We've seen Mason Plumlee. Wait, is it Mason who's in Portland?
Mason.
No, it is Mason, right? Mason, you know, gives us glimpses into some decent rim protection. Like, he seems like he understands things. He's just kind of all over the place in a weird way. I don't know why, because we've seen him be like a Draymond kind of guy, where they're, you know, he's doing short rolls and handling the ball and making good passes, and then you know, on defense he's blocking shots at the rim and stopping guys. So I don't know what it is, and it could very well be that, you know, Aminu is part of that defense, and when he helps them, not a big fan of his game, but without question he's good on defense. And you know, if you can kind of get like Aminu and him together with you know another defensive player, you know, it's not going to be like Evan Turner, but like maybe Crabbe. Like, there's probably a couple lineups out there they could kind of push more to squeeze out just another couple spots on that defensive rating scale, and then they'll be okay. And that's I think that's what Stotts is going through right now, is he can't quite figure out what the 5-man lineups are really supposed to be outside of, like, I guess, the starters. And the starters might not even be there, but with Aminu, I think Aminu is now back, right? He's playing more?
Yeah, he is. And he's looking good. I mean, he's a big part of their team, you know? Like, he's one of their starters, and if you are missing a starter, I don't care what team you are, you're going to feel that absence.
Right.
So we've got a couple more questions. This is awesome. Can Coach Nick and Coach Dave, who are your respective bets to be the MVP so far this season? I mean, it's a two-man conversation, right?
Yeah, without question.
So, I mean, yeah, and Eileen Harden, they've got the better record. Not that what Russ is doing isn't amazing, and he has been really, really efficient for the last month. I mean, he's been. Someone has talked to him. Like, he is doing a much better job of playing under control, and he's still like getting triple doubles constantly. I don't know, Coach Nick, did you call him?
Did I call who?
Russ.
Oh, you know, my hotline to Russ has not been being answered recently. I think he's upset with me, but yeah, I mean, I agree on all those things. I just feel like. I mean, if we're talking about the voting, right, and how the voting has gone in the past, like, that's the key here. And all I can tell you there is that it's like, yeah, it's the win. Like, if Harden gets third in the conference, or, you know, maybe, who knows? I mean, they go on a crazy run, then it's him. It's his. It doesn't matter how well Russ does in some respects. But Russ has been doing. I mean, it is amazing what he's doing, and they're winning. They're winning more than most people thought they would. And again, some of that has to go to the other teammates that they're playing with him. I think they're doing well. But
absolutely.
But without question, you know, it's an interesting race. I don't think we've ever had a race like this.
No, I mean, I can't remember a year where you had two guys putting up the kinds of numbers that these guys are.
Right. Now it's like, especially like basically the same position, you know, in the same way. Yeah. It's crazy. The same conference even, which is also
high usage and all of this stuff. So we got a question, and you and I actually talked about this last night. So I didn't watch the game, but I did watch the final play because you sent it to me. Pop's coaching was apparently a little weird during that entire game yesterday. Is Kawhi is asking if he's underused, which is hard when a guy is using over 30% of possessions when he's on the court. Maybe misused. Let me rephrase Kim's question. Do you think, first of all, Pop made a bad call at the end of the game?
Yeah.
No doubt. It was a bad call. Like, they literally ran that as a post up, and down 3, of course, you're going to get fouled.
Yeah. And Powell is not a good free throw shooter. But wouldn't matter. There's only 4-point-something seconds left. By the way, it was wrong. Well, some guy was telling me that they didn't have timeouts left, even though on the screen it said they had 1 left. And I need to go back in the play-by-play and count. But some guy on Twitter was arguing with me that, in fact, that was wrong. They didn't have a timeout left. So that's even more egregious, because you might think, well, okay, they foul us. We shoot. Like, somehow you might think with a timeout you have enough time, but you don't. Anyway, I agree. Egregious. By the way, here's the thing. Pop doesn't foul up by 3, apparently. Have you ever heard this before?
Yeah, I know. He doesn't.
So it's quite conceivable that he doesn't foul up by 3. Maybe he didn't conceive that was going to happen to him, which is also inconceivable. Yeah. But again, that was worse than only playing Kawhi 33 minutes or whatever he played him.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Pop likes to throw away games, so
He does.
I'm not. Yeah, well, because he uses the regular season as a laboratory, and sometimes, like, if his guys start getting too comfortable, I think he likes to mix it up. And I'm not trying to be a mind reader and try to, guess what his intention was, but yeah, that was not good.
Right. And and he probably knew it. He figured it out pretty quick. So we'll see if they adjust. But I think I think we're gonna wrap this up now because it's getting late and I gotta start to run. But
Yeah,
certainly,
go do your
I
thing.
think for all coaches out there, I think that it's pretty clear in my mind. I think I was against it for a long time because I tried fouling up by 3 and the guy freaking hit him while he's shooting a 3. Of course, the 3 goes right in, and of course, he hits the free throw for the win. So I was like, I'm never going to do that again. But I think it's pretty clear you should foul as long as you practice a little bit and they know, if he's not facing the basket, if he's not, there's a couple of rules you need to have, and once you go over those a few times, you should foul every time.
Well, and my number one rule on any foul is the shot cannot get up. You cannot allow a good shot attempt.
Yeah.
If you're fouling ever. I don't care where it is. And even if it's one of these things like Harden is so good at feeling contact and getting a shot up, you've got to react very quickly as a defender, and you've got to get I don't care if you wrap them up, I don't care if you punch the ball, I don't care what you do. There's no shots.
Right, absolutely. So, really good points there. This is fantastic. I'm really excited about this, and stay tuned because we're going to work on this to get it onto Periscope as well, which should be even more fun. And don't forget, sports fans, at B-Ball Breakdown, we're not a channel, we're a conversation. You in? Are you in, Dave?
Yes, I am.
Oh, how do I hit this? Facebook, where's the button to stop streaming? Here it is. Okay, see you guys. We'll see you tomorrow after the game.